Your entire page on social media should not just be about the church you worship, should not just be about your pastor. You should not have your pastor's pictures. It's weird. If no one has told you, it's weird, it's creepy. It makes you look like a fanatic.
So all of you, that it is only your pastor and his wife and your church that you post on social media, they have come for you people. They said that you people should have a mind of your own, and we are going to be talking about. See, when I saw the post that we're about to look at, I was like, yes, so let's talk about it. So the story is long. Okay, so hi you all, welcome to the channel. Welcome. Hi my diamonds. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, join our Oshapapa Diamond community. So that's how I just, waka jeje on Twitter, because I dey waka jeje for Twitter. I know they carry do pass myself for that platform, because all of them, they are not normal, they are not well. Okay, first of all. So that's how I came across this video by Tosin. And funny enough, funny things, I've been following Tosin for years. Like when Tosin was a blogger, I think when she was still in Covenant University, she had a friend then, fashion engineer. I've been following these people for years. So she did this commentary, I'm going to play it, okay, about people who their entire identity is the church that they attend. And it has sparked a lot of conversation. So you know how we do it. Okay, let me know where you're watching from in the comment section. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so let's listen to the video.
Your pastor, you should not have your pastor's pictures. It's weird. If no one has told you, it's weird, it's creepy. It makes you look like a fanatic. That's not honor, that's idolatry. Come, let's talk. Today is Sunday, so let me drop this video quickly. Imagine you are a content creator and you just wake up and find a page on Instagram, and the person has all your pictures, all your quotes, all your sayings, all your captions, and in the bio they have their own personal information, their own name, and they write things like maybe I'm so much in love with maybe Catherine, assuming your name is Catherine, right? And would you be flattered or would you be weirded out? Like, why on earth do you have all my pictures on your page? Why don't you have any of your own pictures? None of their parents, but they have your parents, they have your children, they have your siblings, they're celebrating you on special days. Is that weird? It's weird, right? This exact same principle goes to people in the body of Christ, that their entire profile, their entire identity is tied to where they worship and their leader. It's weird. If no one has told you, that's not God's plan for us. You're following a ministry, you support a ministry, does not mean that you should lose your identity in the process. God has not made you to be the general overseer for a reason. You have your own person. From your mother's womb, He has formed you. God does not want us to be clones of one another. You have your own gifts. You have your own talents. You have your own interests. You have something that, ticks and kicks your heart. Besides, fellowshipping, in this ministry. You have your own siblings. Even if you do not have parents, you do not fall from the sky. You have people that have raised you. No matter the scorn of the heart that they might have cost you, your page on social media and putting this video on social media should not be just about the ministry you worship. It is creepy. It is weird.
Let me stop there. I think we've heard like the most important part. Your identity should not be tied to the ministry you attend. And God doesn't want us to be clones of other people. This story, hey, people did not take it funny, because there are two sides of the divide. There are some people that are like, what do you mean? If I were going to be reading it, okay, because there's some people started calling a particular church CCI people. I say, hey, they say CCI people that used to say pastor. That they all copy their pastor. You guys, I said those people on Twitter and I was like, Pastor Iren, you know that I have a love relationship. When I mean love, before Pastor Lajo go come talk, say I want to start your husband. No, I have a love-hate relationship with CCI. Okay, but I love them. Okay, because even when people were like criticizing them on Twitter, I had to put out that look, this thing about people copying their pastor is not peculiar to CCI. Okay, There was a time when I was growing up, it was always like, oh, Christ Embassy people, believers love what people, excuse me. Believers love what people. They're always copying Pastor Chris. They wear Jerry Coil. They do this one. They do that one. They talk like Christ Embassy has changed. When I was growing up, if you see a BL person, you don't even need to be told. There's a spring to their work. There's just, you just know that what today, our Pastor Chris today, they have come. You understand? And I was saying that there was a time that it was like that, and there was also a time that every single person was wearing French coats. When you go anywhere, you will just see Baba Adeboye French coats. Then if you meet a proper deeper life pastor, I don't know if it's still like that these days, oh, you would hear Pastor Kumuyi's voice. You will hear, you will just know that this person goes to deeper life. So I was like, so people saying that CCI people, they should tone it down, I feel like it's unfair. These people are, I'm going to come back to what Tosin is saying, no, okay, because that's why it's another one on its own, okay. But people are just calling out CCI, and I was like, no, let me talk, because you guys, look, it's not easy to pastor young people. And Pastor Iren, God bless him, and Laju Iren, I always pray for them, because like I tell you people, I always tell you people on this channel, even though they'll say that guy is always fighting pastors, when you see any couple doing anything for God, pray for them. Do you understand? They should be on your first list of intercession. You must still intercede for people in this world that we're living in. Intercede for them. So I'm always interceding for young ministers. They have a special place in my heart. I always pray for them. So I want to show love to Pastor Iren and his wife, that you guys are doing well. People should not listen to the people talking. People always talk. All of us will always talk. But when we see truths, not me saying we will not they talk, but they are doing really, really well. And like some people were saying that, I also said the same thing, that when you are part of a community, you would definitely be influenced, okay? When you were in secondary school, you had certain lingo, slangs that you people used to use in secondary school because you were part of a clique or something. It's the same thing. If you go to a certain place, their culture would definitely influence you. We're all human beings. We get influenced by culture, by places. So, and when you have young people in a place, there's a culture in that place. So CCI has their own culture, because I saw somebody left a comment that, oh, when I went to the church, I did not like it. It's okay. If you don't like it, go to another. There's deeper life. There's a Catholic church. Like, I'm always wondering, and in fact, you CCI people, let me warn you people, when people do those type of things, I always see them trying to, it's good though, it's good. I don't know whether they are church staff or anything, trying to make the person feel like, if you want to go, yeah. Just tired for that. Like, oh, we're so sorry, there was one. So let me see some things a lot of people were saying. So that's on the angle of CCI, okay. Now on the part of people who their whole identity is about the ministry that they go, it's two ways. There are some people who genuinely don't post anything on social media. I know someone like that who did not used to post anything on social media, but when her pastors began to say share the messages, share this, she started posting it as her own way of being evangelistic on social media. That's how she wanted to do it, okay. So there are some people who truly, if not because of their churches, they don't do anything, they don't have any business on social media, okay. Then there's another group of people. I think I did a video, I put it on Facebook, I didn't put it on YouTube, where I was telling people that, because there's some pastors who genuinely tell people that don't do anything on social media, you're wasting your time. And that's what Tosin was saying, that you don't have any identity. God doesn't want you to be a clone of other people, because you have your own giftings, you have your own talent, you have the things that you are skilled to share with the world. So you should be using your social media as a launching pad to share that, okay. Because like I said, there are some pastors that will tell their congregation, don't do anything on social media. Meanwhile, they are telling their people to use social social media as a means of evangelism. So the one that is even painful to me, so you just think that by just posting that flyer anybody's going to be interested. No, people follow people. You understand? And I think maybe it's because the pastors themselves don't really understand how social media really works. So if you are not influential for your own self, there's nothing you want to tell somebody that come to my church. And I think the people who, they were on that right track. I don't know what happened. Spark Nation, even though people don't really like Pastor Tobi and Adegboyega, but I loved what they were doing at a certain point in time, where they had people from their ministry who were active in certain areas on social media for those things. Okay, so when those people would invite you to come to school, that's why they were so effective, even though they had their own underhanded things that they were doing. But when you see something good about a system, you pick it. Okay, so a lot of pastors don't understand that dynamics. Okay, so they just think, oh, once you just post it, people will join. It does not happen like that. Or they'll not just follow you if you just post it like that. Okay, so people respond to people. That's why some pastors, like, should I mention names or there's no need? There are some pastors now that they understand this, and that's why they're active on their social media. They share, oh, I'm about to preach. They share the pictures. They do all of that because they know, they've understood that this generation, you see all those you're preaching, then you come, oh, they are not going to listen to you that way. No, but if you do something like a question and answer, there's a trending video about somebody making statements, and you answer that, they're going to pay attention to you, and they're like, oh, I want to listen to this pastor. That's how it works in this generation. Okay, so just putting your flyer or putting a video of you preaching, it's not going to cut it for a lot of these our Gen Z people. Okay, they are not going to listen to you. So I genuinely feel like a lot of people don't know. Okay, so somebody said that, let me read people's comment, that there's a thin line between honor and idolatry. Sadly, a lot of Christians idolize their leaders and believe it is honor. In identifying fanaticism and fanatics, we must make sure we differentiate between sharing our faith boldly, including social media as a tool, spiritual father and son relationship, and Christian extremist group, where I think it becomes extreme. Okay, because as I don't want people to get discouraged, like, oh, I'm not going to share my faith on. No, we need people to share their faith on social media as organically as possible. Do you understand? Don't be ashamed. We're not ashamed of sharing the good news of Jesus Christ. You know, many years ago, Pastor Sumbo, just a day I just saw her on, was it Twitter or Instagram? I can't remember. That day, I went to their church. I was in Lagos. Then I just said, oh, I would like to visit their church because of her. And when I was in law school, this present house, they used to be very active on Twitter. That was how I started going for their Wednesday evening service, because once they just post on, it's time for church, I carry my bag because I needed an outlet. I make person not go run mad, if you know how it is in law school. So once is that, I just carry my bag. I'm at this present house in Lekki. I don't used to visit for anything, but I started going there just because of the fact that they were very active on Twitter. I don't know if they are still active anymore, but then they used to be so active on Twitter. So those things are the people are not saying that don't share your faith, okay, but that's not the only thing about you. Okay, that shouldn't be the only thing. We come on your page, it's only flyer, your pastor, your pastor's wife, your pastor's dog, your waiting. What is it? Your pastor should post on his own. What are you about? What do you have to offer the world? Share it with the world, okay? So that's where me I draw the line, is when, you know, there are some churches now that they monitor what their church members do on social media. That's where all of us will enter street and fight. There's a particular church that was like, I can't join your workforce, because if you are part of their workforce, you cannot even post another ministry if you are part of their workforce, because you will receive query. I said, now so that they don't for here. No, we all cannot work. I'll just be a floor member. Why will be like, why are you not in any work for? I say, let's just leave it like that. Because people don't want my one life. So it's not better I just go, oh, glory to God, praise God. I'll be going on because you will not tell me that as I'm doing my commentary, I will not receive query. Not worry. Now God tell me make I do this one. That is true. So that's why I draw the line. When it's so bad in certain ministries that somebody said to me that she posted something, they queried her husband. I said, for what? Is it a cult? That's where I draw the line. When it now turns to cultish behavior, how will you be controlling what your members post on social? That's when you don't even trust yourself. There's a video I did one time, and some people were not saying that, I was talking about the fact that Minister Sinach goes to other churches. They said, no, she cannot go to other churches, they will corrupt her. So the messages they've been preaching to us since almost 30 years ago, it not get effects. It does not have effects. People are not sure of the word that you're putting in your members, because if you have to be controlling what your members do, that means that you are not even sure of yourself. You are insecure. That's where I draw a line. Like it's not, you people have their freedom and sensibilities. You cannot be controlling what people are posting because why? Are they call your church? No, it can't work. It cannot work. So there are some people now that before they post anything, they have to get clearance approval from their leader. when we are not mad, when not be say with a craze. You now say, oh, this is what is approved. These are the only things that are approved. And you see those kind of things, because people know that it is not organic, it does not convert. It's not going to convert people. All right, let me move on. So in the spirit of this talk, that's how some people now, I told you guys before that people were now calling CCI and Pastor Iren. So Pastor Iren now did a post. Let me look for that post. I think one of the beef people have for Iren is because his members are very active on Twitter. So unlike most other churches where the people not really the members are really not active on Twitter. Like they don't even have time, they are busy and all of that, because there are different demography of churches. There are some churches that everybody's rich, like they don't really have time to you understand that ginger is not really there for what their pastor is doing, because the person is the CEO of a bank that probably has 30 branches. You understand? So it's different demography, okay? Doesn't mean it's not the same word. So the time that an Iren church, you have a lot of young people who just left school, who have been out of school for 5 years, young tech people who have their own jobs, okay? So they don't have to go to a normal 9-to-5 job. They are probably earning in dollars. So you have a lot of those type of demography in Iren church that they have their own time, unlike some other churches that their staff somewhere, so they don't really have that time to be fighting on social media. So that, I think that's the beef, because Iren people, they have time, okay? So if you just talk one and say, hey, CCI people, don't stop it. So let me give people ginger. It don't stop it. I like it, okay? Then we come out. I said this generation of Christians, people have been seeing people that will not answer you people. This was people like me, I'm happy because they are my tribe. It's my kind of people, so it's okay. But yeah, so he responded. If I said, don't delete some, but did you delete it? I can't find it. Let this video not be too long, sha. If I see it, I'll do another video. But let me deviate. So the nasty came again. They say, churches like Koza, CCI, they don't used to sing. I've been waiting with that, so I don't forget to sing. They say they don't used to sing all those ones that don't come and you just come to church and say, I've been blood washed by the love. I don't know the song I'm singing. That they don't used to know the lyrics of the song that they used to sing. That I say see comments. People say, that is true. That when they go to certain churches, they don't understand the songs that they are singing, that they'll just be singing strange songs, that they should sing the old time, old trusted. I say this argument. When I grew up in Faith Arena, Church of God Mission, and when I was growing up, people used to say the same thing, that down at church now they're not they sing local song for our church. Now so Oyibo song, then they say, I say in 2023, even amongst young people. Let me answer all of you that were talking like that. There is all this, it's been a while, I just forgot, but since we are talking now, let's just talk everything together. The word of God says, sing a new song to the Lord. Okay, sing a new song to the Lord. Learn new songs. Sorry to use this example, Shebi Mohbad just died now. All of us, we know his new song. In 2 days you have learned it. Why can't you learn a new song unto the Lord? Yes, and then so put it on the screen. So have that mindset. When I'm coming to the house of the Lord, I will sing what? A new song. Yes, it's not only go. The song enter. Today praise the enter. Well, sing a new song. Sing a new song unto the Lord. Yes, you don't. Some people will say, oh no, I have specific songs that it will help me enter into the spirit. Which spirit is you? It's you. Sing a new song. Come into the presence of God with what? A new song. Yes. So yes. I just said, let me say that. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Share with me your thoughts. It's all love and light here. Oh, see, let me tell you, how you answer me, I will answer you. Oh, if you answer me with play, and that's how we play. If you think say you get coconut head, when you all they start, our all don't start 100 times. So let's be guided, okay? All right, thanks so much, guys. Please like the video and subscribe. You can use the super thanks, okay? If you want to support this channel, you can use the super thanks. I'm going to put my account number. You can support us, okay? Support us, support the ministry. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.